These are 6 of block style schematics, but how do you make them? So in this video, I'll teach you how to make custom schematics for 6 of block style's main game modes, starting with Bedwars. So first, in order to get custom maps in Bedwars, like these, just from a Minecraft map, then you have to start on Planet Minecraft. Once you arrive there, go to the top and select Minecraft. Then towards the left, under Contents, there should be Maps, so select it. Now that you're on this page, you can find a Bedwars map that has 4 or 8 bases, based on what amount of teams you want. And like this scenario, I'm going to use the Farmland map on Planet Minecraft. And don't worry, all these links and files to the maps will be attached below in the description. But now, you'll select the map you want, and in this one, it's downloadable through Schematic, which will save you much more steps compared to using maps, where I'll teach you later in this video. But now, download the schematic, and this one appears to be a .schem file, and not .schematic file. So now, you can go to the block schematic converter website, and now on the top left, press choose file, and now find that .schem file that you've downloaded. And this doesn't accept .schematic files, so be aware of that. But after you've chose a file, it should give you a file to download in the form of .block schem. Go create a world, and below on the options, make sure the map type is flat. But now, create the world and join it. Now that you're in the world, do the command that I'm doing, / schematic load. And now, a pop-up should appear on your screen. So now, open your files, and find the file in the .block schem format. And now, drag that onto blocks and upload it. Now, as long as it's below the maximum chunks, everything should work. So now, type / paste, and the map should load. Now, in this example, I'll be using a Bedwars squad map with 4 teams, but in this map, in the middle, there are some dirt blocks, which used to be different blocks in Minecraft. So now, make 2 positions with a command, / position 1 and 2. Now, type / replace dirt to the desired block, like block of coal. Now, it should all be replaced. But in Bedwars maps, there are generators, so use a custom lobby block and place some diamond generators. Now, after you do that, you can also add mineable ores, which can be coal, iron, or diamond, which can drop multiple if mined. And be careful on how much you place, since it's overpowered. Now, this is where things can get confusing. So, go to bases, and for the map, I'll place a team spawn on the corner, facing towards middle. And there's a major reason to place it towards the corners, because whenever you place a team spawn, players cannot place or break any blocks within an 8 block range of any direction. But now, place a team generator, and now, place a wood and moonstone chest, with the wood one closer to spawn. Now, dig a block from the ground, and place a trader block, and for the wood chest, place a normal trader, and for the moonstone chest, place a wizard. Now, go to the bed, and find the team color's bed, and place it. And in this map, I highly recommend removing the door if it's blocking, and replacing it with a trapdoor, so players cannot trap themselves inside. Now, repeat this for all of the other 3 or 7 teams. So, let's do that. Now, in the middle island, between the team bases and middle, place moonstone generators. But now that your map is ready, you have to somehow save the schematic. So now, calculate the tallest point of the map, like this one, at y = 45. Now, try to find position 1, or the high corners. But after you've done that, set that as home 1. Now, do the opposite with the lowest point, which in this case is y = 18. And find the lower corners of the map, and set that as home 2. So now, go to home 1, and do the command / position 1, and repeat that for home 2 with position 2. Now, in the chat, type / copy, and after a few seconds of it loading, type / schematic save, and press save as new schematic. And you can customize the names of it But now that you've saved the schematic, go back to the homepage of blocks and create the road name. But under the map type, make that custom schematic. Now, select that schematic that you've saved and create the road. And if you followed all of the instructions correctly, then there should be no problems to chat. And you've just made a custom Bedwars map. But before we move on to the next schematic, make sure to subscribe. We are trying to hit 12,500 subscribers, and if we get there, then I'll release a bear montage and the YTK Dream 12.5k texture pack. But next, repeat the same few steps from Planet Minecraft as said earlier in this video. And now, in order to get a custom Skywars map, you must find a map that has 12 players or 12 small islands. And after you found the map, like clockwork, download the schematic. And this time, it's different. Instead of a .schem file, it's a .schematic file. So, you have to do an extra step in order to make it into a .blockschem file. So now, go to Cubicle and drag the schematic file onto there. And now, the map should load up. And on the top left, in Export, press Bunch Schematic, and it should be downloaded as a .schem file. And now, repeat the same steps with converting it into a .blockschem file. And once you're in a flat road on blocks, import the schematic and upload it, and paste it in. Now, the map should appear. So, for this map, in the middle, I will replace the diamond block with a gold block to make it less overpowered. And now, for every player's base, replace all of their chests with Skywars chests from custom lobby blocks. Now, add their spawns, facing towards the center. So, let's repeat this for the other 11 bases. But in the middle, there's supposed to be better loot chests. So, in the custom lobby block, there are moonstone chests, and they basically mean better loot chests for the middle. So, replace all of the chests at middle with moonstone chests for Skywars. Now, find the corners and set homes and positions. And now, do / copy. Then do / schematic save, and save it as a new schematic. Now, on our homepage, create a Skywars lobby, and add your schematic as an input. And now, create the map, and it should work properly. Now, go back to Planet Minecraft, and for some builds, it might say download map. And like this example, it has that as an option, but for most builds, it only has that option. So, in order to turn a Minecraft road file into a schematic, it requires a more complex process. So first, download the map file, but once you've downloaded it, go to File Explorer and right-click on it. Now, press Extract All and extract the files. Now, a new file should pop up with the road name. And now, drag that to Downloads. After you have the road file extracted, press the Win key plus R. Now, type app data with % symbols around it. Now, press OK. And this only works if you have Minecraft installed. And Cracked Minecraft works too. So, find the .minecraft folder and click on it. Now, you're met with many files, but locate the saves file, where all of your single player worlds are located at. Now, go back to the other File Explorer window at Downloads, and drag the extracted file to the saves folder. Now, launch Minecraft, which I'm using Lunar, but after it's loaded, go to single player, and you should be able to see the road you've imported, which is usually located at the very bottom. Now, enter the road. And for this to work, you must also have Lightmatica installed, which tutorials are in the description on installing that. Now, like blocks, find the high and low corners of the schematic, and use the stick item. Now, you must be on 1/9, or area selection. So now, press Ctrl and scroll your mouse. And for your second point, right-click it with a stick. Now that your build is selected, press M, and a window should pop up. Now, go to Area Editor, and on the bottom left, press Save Schematic. And now on the top, you can rename it. But now, you can close Minecraft, and use 1+R again, and find the .minecraft files. And now, instead of going to saves, go to schematics, and once you're in there, the schematic that you saved earlier should appear in there. So now, drag it to downloads, and go back to the converter website, and put the Lightmatic file in. And now, load the schematic in-game, and copy it. Now, you just made a schematic from a Minecraft map, but be careful on especially big builds, where it can glitch and bug out. But to get a custom bridge map, find the map on Planet Minecraft, and for this map, it requires you to follow the Minecraft process, where I've just teach you. So, follow that process. Now, after doing the steps, from what I've explained earlier, import the .blockschem file, and paste in the schematic. Now, you can customize the appearances of the map, but for bridge, they're the spawn and goal custom lobby blocks. So now, set both of the team spawns, but for the goals, make sure it's a perfect rectangle or square. So after you've placed the goals, which for the blue team goal, it's below blue base. Now, get your 2 points and save the schematic. Now, go back to the home page of blocks and load your schematic in, and now it should work properly. But next, to get a custom map in Rocket Spleef, start with going to Google Drive, link in the description. Now, download the Rocket Spleef file example from Snuff. After the file is downloaded, import the schematic onto blocks, and the example map should be loaded in. But for Rocket Spleef, there are 2 main blocks, the spawn block and the drop location block. For the spawn block, it's where players spawn, and for the drop location block, it's where the custom items drop on Rocket Spleef. But now that I've teach you making custom maps on Rocket Spleef works, now make a new world and import your schematic in. And finally, to make a custom Rocket Obby map, go back to the same Google Drive link and download the Rocket Obby file. Now, import it onto blocks, and this is just an example one, where you can modify however you like to. And in Rocket Obby, there are many custom blocks to add, like the spawn block, the checkpoint block, the finish block, the Obby death block, the Obby absorb block, and the Obby absorb death block. Now, with these blocks, you can modify the map however you would like, but once your schematic is saved, go back to the homepage of blocks and create a new road. Now, when you're creating the road, select your schematic, and your Rocket Obby road should be ready. But now that I've teach you how to make custom schematics for 6 of the main game modes on block style, I hope you enjoyed this video. It took a ton of time to make, and I would highly appreciate it if you would subscribe. We're trying to hit 12,500 subscribers, and if we get there, then I'll release a bear montage in the By Taking Dream 12.5k texture pack. Plus, shout out to the channel members, but I'll see you next week.